Okay.
Hello, Epic Gamers. What's
Oh my
cracking?
god, shut up, shut up. Don't,
Okay,
don't you dare.
You get to
I
introduce them.
swear to God.
we're, we have an audience.
We have an audience.
We
All
have an
right,
audience. We
all
might as
right.
well acknowledge them. Hello.
And it's
Hello,
us.
crazy goers. All right. Anyway, yeah, you're not viewers, you're goers. All right. This is cringe. This is so cringy. Like, God, I'm embarrassed just to know you. All right, guys. We're
Now,
7 hours
what's not
into this.
embarrassing? The awesome promotion I was given to present to us of Shadow Raid Legend.
Shadow Legends raid. Except GUI Cube. Go check out their website at
Yeah,
gooeycube.com. Yeah,
they
if you're
cool
not
stuff.
doing that,
Check it
then
out.
well, yeah. If
And one of
if
them
you
is
if you're if
definitely
you're
me.
if you yeah if you don't know about GUI Cube and you're watching this, I have no idea how you found it. Like we tried real hard to make it unfindable because it's
Well, I mean, I'm
quite
passing
quick.
around links here and there to interesting people. Interested in that.
Yeah, he's thanking of 3 people from all of them are Mittens' alt accounts. There we go. Yeah, you've been have some skeletons. Manny put on a ring, and then you are at a bridge currently. However, there is more yet to come. All right.
Let us
I
head
actually have to
on
bring this up.
right into this episode of Red Star Rising. Enough. Yes, yes.
I'm gonna let you. I'm gonna let you finish and work that out of your
No,
system.
no. I'm good now.
Um. All right, you're good. You sure?
I mean, I could maybe
All right. So this is a
advertise.
disclaimer. I do edit this module a bit when we play it. It's not quite the same as it would normally be. But
Actually, one real thing. We should move our tokens to the bridge.
With the Kraken token.
yes, that
Yeah.
is the party token. So we do have a few things that will happen that I've selected for people. Mittens.
What? What? Okay. I mean, the 8 legs certainly represent our 4 party people.
As you are kind of crossing across the bridge and you're walking along the field that's near the cottage, right? Mittens, you begin to hear something of some muffled screams that are coming from inside the cottage, and it is someone begging for just begging, like, please, please don't hurt me, please, anyone help me. Um,
For plot
and
thickens.
they're just begging for their life. They sound like a young girl. Um, so what do you do?
What's the?
Do we hear this?
No. But also Mittens was the closest, so
Oh. Yeah, Natasha's like looking around.
okay.
Wow, that's pretty cold.
The sound continues to increase. Do you want to
Esmeralda,
like
you
look
look
over there or
spooked.
anything?
There's something putting you up.
Did you want to like check peek over there, or are you just gonna try to completely ignore it? Yeah, no, the screaming is just going to continue. Um, all right.
And no matter how loud it gets, we don't hear it. Okay.
After a few moments, though, the screaming is cut short with a bloody thunk. And you guys do hear the thunk. Actually, the rest of the party.
What was that?
Any?
No, there was a. I don't know. It sounded like I don't maybe tree fell or something. I mean,
Okay, a better way to describe this would be a cleaver cutting like a bone in half through meat.
oh boy.
Um, I would like
Sounded
to
a bit
roll a
cheap.
perception check toward
Yeah,
the
go ahead.
house.
Yeah, I would also like to.
What exactly are you trying to perceive?
Are there windows on that
Apparent.
thing?
Yes, there are windows. They are in fact covered up though. They're kind of like closed up. The shutters are closed. Let me give you guys the image for it real quick again. We're gonna put that in text and image.
As much as I would like to do that, um, I mean, you've not heard that obviously, but if you had, you would have been as concerned as we are.
So there's that's the cottage, by the way. So as you can see, most of the windows are kind of. It is not creepy. It's just dilapidated.
It looks like there is one window that is not boarded up, correct?
This is true.
I would like to roll a perception toward that window to
Do you
see
want
if I can see movement.
to? Certainly, just a moment.
Okay.
All right.
innocent.
So there is the ramshackle. You're gonna have to walk over it a little to get an angle on it. By the way,
hmm
so you're okay with doing that?
I'm gonna pull up my axe. I'm gonna pull up the one that
Your
is
shield or
not
your two-handed axe?
um I mean both of them can become two-handed and
Yeah,
one-handed. So I'm gonna pull up
the vicious one.
the other one.
Okay, so your non-magical one.
Yeah,
All
for
right.
the moment. I think isn't it technically magical because it's a plus one or is no?
Good.
No, it's a Seric iron.
I
So it is
see.
magical, or it is enhanced due to the material on it, whereas the vicious
Okay.
one is enchanted itself.
Okay. Yeah, I'm gonna keep that one at the ready for now.
Okay.
I'm gonna have my shield up. I'm gonna carefully kind of make my way toward the house and toward the window.
Excellent. So
I'm
as you
gonna
approach,
stay relatively close to her, like a few steps behind, but still going.
this ramshackle single-story cottage is made of stone, and it has a relatively intact slate roof, though as you can see, there are a number of holes therein. The front door to the place is weathered, but appears to be reasonably solid. The windows are dark and appear to have old curtains hanging over the openings, though wooden shutters have been pulled shut over many of them. A single chimney rises from the middle of the structure, but no smoke emanates from the top. Carved in an old wooden sign above the door is the name Woodhaven. Go ahead and give me a perception check. It's just Sunny.
Mm-hmm.
Actually, no, we're gonna call it insight.
Insight.
Insight check.
Eh.
Yep, that's fine. You have advantage on insight. I think we talked about that, right?
Oh yeah. Okay.
So you got the 17 on that. So you feel that there is something wrong here. Something is off. Um, maybe some pain and suffering has happened here, or maybe it's something that you could prevent from happening.
I should like furrows her brows.
just a gut feeling you get.
She like looks over to Surstrom. Something's wrong here. And we can't just walk away.
Yeah, I very much agree. This just by the sound of it and the general appearance.
Really?
Tell you what, I mean, we're
It's
here
called
already.
Haven. That's a nice thing.
I will tell you this. Something bad is happening here.
Happening there.
I would not feel well myself by just walking away and potentially leaving somebody in their misery or even dead.
Mhm. Okay. No into any basements though. No basements. I'm sick of going underground.
I can't promise you that much. If there's a basement, we'll have to check it out. We'll see that.
Okay, okay.
Let's see.
We'll just stay close together and be careful.
Where is
Oh,
it?
look,
Ooh.
there's this opening at the side. Um, would God damn it, Polly, I forgot your character's name.
Yvette.
Yes, Event. Event, would you like to go into this hole up there all alone and stealth around?
No.
Might I ask? Fully look over this house, cottage, building, and see if there's a back entrance.
Sure. All right, I just had to get the spooks ready.
I mean, so far I can only see a black map.
All right. Seems to be this one. There we go.
Oh, I don't like it already. Same.
Just
I'm already
how?
on the third of my head.
Well, why didn't you say so? I can,
We
well,
do have plenty of potions as well.
I can do a little bit of healing first before we break into the potions. Um, I have one more from the healing power, which will be a cure wounds that will go to who of you was lower?
How much?
Then you get 8.
Who are you casting that on? Mitten?
I'm casting the 8 points of healing on Mittens.
Okay.
And then I will cast one more on Polly for let's see. 6.
Actually,
I'll still take it.
on that, what'd you say, Polly?
I'll still take it. I'll take anything I can get.
Omega, you can actually maximize that one on Polly.
How?
It just happens. You heal her for the full 12.
Nice. Sure.
How much more is that?
Seems like. So are we all feeling courageous then?
And I'm exactly back up to my full health. Yeah.
All right. You have a tank now, like you have 2 tanks now, so I think you're going to be in a little better standing
Thank God you're here, Natasha.
All right. Are you ready?
Glad to be
enter?
here.
Are you ready to begin?
So, yes.
Delve deep within.
So
All right.
which what? Sorry, yeah, I didn't hear that.
All right.
So which side on the house is this first story entrance thingy? I don't know what to call it. The hole in
think
the
that's
roof.
the door we
Would you
saw.
like to open the door?
I would
Not
like
the
to stealth over towards that bottom window and peek through.
Sure. Go ahead and make a roll there.
Come on.
So I'm a little late there,
She
but
must be absolutely tiny.
So,
Gigantic.
are you trying to like open the shutters?
Well, no, I assume this one isn't as shuttered because I can like see through it on the map. I just want to like peek in.
Let me just double check. I have to turn on the layer to just check. Okay, so yeah, I see. You just want to peek through. It is kind of difficult to see through. There is like a oh yeah, you could just see through that one actually. Oh, that one, yeah. Okay, so that one is just you're kind of able to open the shutters and look through like a little slit where part of it has fallen out, and there is a hole in the curtains, and you're able to see just a little bit of what's inside the room. And to describe it, there's like a sort of bloody table with a symbol of a skull on the fireplace. I'll give you guys this picture now.
Okay.
Do be sure to drink in the details, for they are very important.
Mm.
There are some symbols you may recognize within him from our last session.
I mean, we knew it was creepy. It's
Well, are all of you
obvious.
through, or is this just Yvette?
This is
yeah,
just me, I
like none
guess.
of us are
And
seeing
I'm
it.
like, go back here and be like, guys, it's a big room and there's a gigantic table. It's covered in blood and it's disgusting in there.
It's
And
very
there's loads of like
disgusting.
cobwebs and like broken things and there's creepy pictures on the walls and there's that skull symbol again and it's just all very horrible and disgusting. Although I don't see anything moving. That's a plus, I guess.
So, I was right. Can't just walk away from this. If I
There
remember
wasn't a
correctly.
Would you be able to look yourself in the eyes after walking away, knowing that somebody might still in there?
Let's put it this way. We leave this be. I did see a symbol on my way to meet up with you guys again. It was a skull or something, and I saw a lot of undead that I assume you killed.
Yeah, there
You
was
don't?
this skull on the boulder, and it was like a wax thing and dropping down.
And
Oh yeah, the skull inside is also dripping.
do you think that it is coincidence this cabin is located so close? If we leave this alone, more people could die. And not to mention, alright. He's gonna
I mean,
walk up to the door.
you were the one hesitating. I'm very
So you're
happy.
opening the door, Natasha?
I'm gonna see if it's locked.
Okay. Go ahead and finish what you were saying, Omega.
I was basically done.
Okay.
I think.
Sorry about that. I just look. My
That's fine.
Discord sometimes fucking cuts out, and it's really.
It's
So I was
no
just
issue,
thinking,
man.
like,
Like,
so it sounded like you just said you were the one hesitating, and then just were done, and I was like, oh. And then I heard more. I'm sorry. Anyway, um, so the door seems to be easily openable. You could just kind of push it open, if you so desired.
Um,
Jesus, stop doing the beam. Come on.
I would like to carefully push it open.
All right. There you guys go. And now you can all see that image. And beyond the door frame, you can see a room that is about 20 feet by 20 feet. And the floor is covered in cracked flagstone. Shards of light come from holes in the roof, giving slight illumination to the area. But that is the only source of light. Because, as you regard the windows, you realize they are all covered in thick black cloth, which allows no light to penetrate from the outside. In the gloom, you can make out a stone fireplace in the southern wall next to a closed wooden door, and a second door in the west. In the center of the room is a stout, 8 foot long wooden table with a thin slab of granite laid upon its top. There are dark red brown stains upon the granite. A strange symbol of a melting skull within a circle has been painted upon the stone chimney above the mantel. The symbol is just above the wooden mantel upon which a number of mostly waxy candles reside. Also in the room are a broken end table, a couple of smashed chairs, a destroyed spinning wheel, a broken armoire, and a number of pieces of smashed pottery. These have all been pushed against the south and west walls. The nubs of many more candles sit on wall shelves. On the windowsills, the drips of wax puddles beneath their perches. A crookedly hung painting of a dancing jester dangles from the far side of the southern wall. The canvas has been slashed where the jester's face may be. What do you wish to do? Of course, just a moment, Mins. So as you walk further into the disheveled room, and this is just for Mins now, your vision clouds, and suddenly you find yourself standing in the same room amidst a number of cloaked and hooded figures and individuals, your friends now absent. They begin to chant, and you can hear both male and female voices in their dark, melodious cant. Onda vlemarath da mordis ve. Onda vlemarath da mordis ve. Onda vlemarath das mordis ve. They continue to chant. Lying upon the stone table held down by shackles and chains is a female dwarf. Her eyes are covered, and though her mouth is gagged, you can hear her ragged breath and muffled scream. She wears only a smock, and you can see her straining with no avail against her bonds. Standing over her are two robed individuals, their hoods pulled far over their heads. You cannot see their faces, but their malicious intent is obvious. Go ahead. What would you like to do? So as you attempt to depart, you realize that you are in fact rooted in place. You cannot move. You feel a cold sweat drip from your brow, and your heartbeat pounds in your chest as you watch the chanting slowly begin to increase in intensity. To your horror, you realize that you are chanting along with the others, involuntarily. Suddenly, one of the wicked cultists standing before the dwarf on the table raises a wicked-looking dagger. Chanting increases further in intensity, reaching a fever pitch. Then, with no hesitation nor remorse, the vile murderer brings the dagger down. And the moment it makes contact with the dwarf, the vision fades from your eyes. You see only the garbage filled room with you and your friend.
So is just Esmeralda experiencing
Yes,
that?
just Esmeralda.
And can we see her reacting weirdly?
She goes rather catatonic, her eyes open wide with fear. She just kind of stands still in place and then You can describe what you do as you return back to your consciousness states.
Make a steel.
Essentially. Okay.
See what?
Yeah, no, I
The
mean,
blood? Yes, I see all the blood.
we will maybe find out, but don't be afraid. Well, okay. Absolutely. Tell me your secret. So Zestrom is gonna put a hand on her shoulder, reaching up a little bit because she's slightly taller than him. And well, we this all is very intimidating and very cryptic, but as long as we stay together, we've gone through some pretty harsh things, haven't we? And we're all still here, and we're all still healthy, and I'm sure. Of course
Shall
not.
we have a look at?
I was not talking to you. I was talking
He
to
was talking
Natasha.
to himself.
And maybe a little bit to myself because I need a little bit of a nerve. And I would like to go forward and approach the table. Can I
Yes.
can I do that? Do I die?
Sure. You can approach the table.
Sure, you
Well,
do.
I'm not gonna. um, I would like to look upon the bloodstains and possibly determine how long, like they're dried or.
Yeah, yeah. These are pretty dried, and they're pretty obviously blood stains. They've been here quite a while. You can give me a investigation or perception check, though.
Well, yeah, 19.
Oh, sweet. Okay. So as you're kind of looking about, you actually see. Let me see. You see that there are kind of several of these loose flagstones that you kind of like kick one a little bit, and it shifts a bit in its place, and you're pretty sure you could pry it up. Yeah.
Well, yeah. I mean, I'll point that out, and I will start to poke around a bit then and see what I may uncover.
Sure. So do you kind of like pry one up?
Yeah.
All right. So you pry one up, and give me another perception check real quick.
There we go. 18.
All right. And as you pry one up, you see that there is actually a like a small metal box that is down within. And the box has like a padlock.
Oh, uh, haunted? I mean, there's no which things again? Maybe somebody's playing a trick on you. Wouldn't be the first time. Maybe this one is just more grim than the last one. Likely, yes.
Kind of as you say that, you hear like a sort of chittering sound from behind the door to your right, and I need you all to make a Constitution save.
Nope.
Okay.
Oh no.
All right.
Oh,
Everyone, everyone in the party, you are under the effects of the poison condition, um, and you just really start to feel quite wretched. As this begins to happen, let me make sure I have their stat block. Just search it in the
disadvantage
compendium
on
real quick.
attacks, I think.
And skill checks, I believe. Or attribute? I don't fucking know.
Oh,
It's somewhere on the roll 20.
Just a moment. I just need to pull this up. My I had it on the right page, and it got pulled off. So here we go. So this door flips open, and out of it pours the following. All right.
A gooey ghost.
Ooh.
uh,
All right. I'm just making sure I get this right.
or maybe when you kill a Geoecube, it then turns into a swarm of baby Geoecube.
What is this Minecraft you speak of?
All right. Sorry.
Sounds
Just
like
need to make a very quick adjustment to make sure I had everything ready to go for you guys to fight. I know. I know.
Quick, while he's distracted, let's run away.
Let's all run away. We can get out. From here pours the Oh, come on. I wish to place down these creatures. Several
No.
several large rats pour out of the room. And you can see into the room actually. Yeah, so these four buggers are coming out. Uh, you'll see a picture of them in a moment. It'll be more than our rats. Go ahead and look at them.
yeah,
These
they're
filthy
fucking
fennecs
gross.
Ooh, a
let out
skeleton in the bed.
a roar
That's
as
crazy.
or a loud squeak, and I need everyone to roll initiative.
I mean, if you want this particular artwork to use in your campaign, you can purchase over the Gooey Cube module, Red Star Rising.
Plug GUI Cube. Sorry, I just need to
Oh, I thought I
upload this
did
real quick
too.
so I can use it.
I mean, it's arousing this baby.
Yeah, just hold tight. I need to get this going. It's okay. All right, whatever. Um, yeah, just hold tight for a second. Sorry, I'm having technical difficulties over on the end of over on my end here with roll 20. I just need just a second. Gonna use this. Oh, it
Oh
is.
yeah.
Very good.
I like the one that's hiding in the pile, and you only see the eyes.
No,
I
no,
mean,
it's not.
kind of. That one is. The other is not so much.
No.
Yeah, somehow.
I will give you a description of that room in a bit, but these guys are coming at you first, so you don't really have the chance to look at them. Yeah, there are. I do appreciate that you pointed them out to all of us, Simmons. So yeah, these guys are gonna roll initiative real quick. So, gotta move them over here. I think. Oh, yeah. I changed the name on all their stuff, but it didn't. Apparently, didn't edit. Oh, I see what it is. I see. I didn't change the name there. Okay. Um. Okay. What? That's fine that it's not hidden. It's not a necromancer. Does it? It says old man in the roll order.
No, no, it says necromancer on in the thing.
Oh, for me it says old man on the roll order. So
Strange.
where does it
No, no, in
say
the chat.
necromancer? Oh yeah, I just used a necromancer token. That's why. So yeah,
That's yeah.
I have his sheet somewhere else. But yeah, no, just roll 20. That's also why they're called diseased giant rats. They're not actually diseased giant rats. They're just well, I mean, they look like they're diseased giant rats, but that's beside the point. Okay. Let me make sure these are set to whisper. Then we'll start the fight. Yeah, sorry, I'm just a little discombobulated right now. I did not. I had almost no time to prepare this week. Not even. All right. Yeah, let me just make sure I get this real quick. You can hear a sort of flute song that begins to play. Um, and you can see that these rats are truly in a frothing rage.
No, no, no. Clearly, we have to disturb the music by playing our own. This is the time where the
And,
falling
and then
rocks will
and then
cry.
and you only hear this for a second, but then the music kind of like fades. Um, uh, but yeah, like they seem to continue to be very mad.
Like,
All right. So we have everything rolled. Esmeralda, you're up first. What are you doing? All right. Okay, cool. So next is Yvette.
I will um, go over here, and I hope this works. Use the burning hands from the ring. I think that should get like at least these three here. I think it's
Okay.
like these block.
All right. Let me just verify what you're doing. Ping that 3. So you wanna? So I think what you're
It's
doing, you're doing. Uh,
I
wait.
think
Let me draw real quick.
15-foot cone. It's only like this wide.
A 15-foot cone would
Straight up.
be 1, 2, 3. That's a 15-foot cone.
Oh, cool. So
Yeah.
can I do that?
Yeah, go for it.
Neat. Uh,
Then that was an enormous amount of damage you rolled.
what's wrong?
Um. All right. So 2 of them, the 2 in front, are immediately incinerated. And the 2 behind them look badly burned. Stop drawing. Jeez. The 2 behind them are badly burned.
Neat. I'll back it up again. Oops. Oh, 1, 2, 3. Go get him.
All right, Natasha.
Quick question. We
Yeah.
had the pipe playing, the flute playing.
Yeah, and I will give you guys a little more context on that flute. It didn't really sound like flute music. It sounded more like someone blowing into a flute. That makes sense.
See, um, did that come from a specific direction or all around us?
So one of the other rooms, you would need to make a perception check to try to figure that out. However, since it is a rather confusing little fight you're in.
Okay. Well, gonna take out the danger first.
Okay.
2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I'm going to hold my action. To swing at this guy, or this guy, whoever comes first into this space,
Okay.
or anywhere near as Esmeralda.
Basically, anywhere that you can attack, you're
Yep.
the first enemy coming near you. Okay. This one is going to come 1, 2, right over here, and take a swipe at Esmeralda. What is your AC, Mittens? All right. Actually, I don't have any more. It is in fact going to miss you. This next one will advance forward and will attack at Mittens, and you also have the opportunity to attack it.
Yep.
These attacks will go simultaneously. Actually, yeah, simultaneously.
Let's see. It's 15.
Mittens, it is going to hit you for 4 points of damage. 3 piercing and 1 acid. That is enough to hit. Go ahead and roll your damage there, Sunny.
7
You
slashing.
obliterate this enemy. You can feel free to describe how you end this this fellow. Actually, oh yes, you did hit it.
Go ahead, go ahead.
No, you hit it.
As it slashes at her and like pounces at her, I would like to bring my axe down as it's rearing back, and I would like to take off its head.
Excellent. Alright.
Are you alright? She says says.
We will have this one dead. Dead. This one is
I
dead.
think we already have a disease. Ugh.
We will go to Thorstrom. Actually, it's someone else's turn. You hear a sort of like grumbling rumble as along with the breaking of doors, as from the room behind you, a shambling creature begins to stumble out.
You
That is horrific, yes.
doesn't have a name.
And then a second one.
Of course.
And they're both gonna roll initiative real quick.
This is exactly why we should have come in here. Don't know that for sure.
All right.
We couldn't know that.
Just a tight second here. Well, they are now.
Yeah.
After you murdered them. All right. We're gonna order real quick. Sending. I just flip past these, as these will take their turn. They will stumble forward. As you see a old and horrific-looking man around the corner. I'm sorry, this one is just a picture of him. A small picture. I will get the bigger one out later. But we have this. And he will begin to gurgle and as he kind of gargles, spitting on the ground. And he kind of reaches down and picks up a pile of refuse, rotting meat and feces, and he is going to lob it directly at Natasha.
Is that right? It's hard to tell.
Oh,
What is
okay.
so it is just gonna miss you as you kind of step to the side, and it lands splattering across the floor behind you. And then with that empty hand, he now draws a blade.
Natasha just stares at him. She's like, you know, you're not a monkey in disguise, right? That's all she says.
We are on to Thorstrom. It's your turn.
So this fella over here, does he by chance have a flute in his hand?
Mm.
Like we did hear the flute sound earlier.
You do not see anything on him. He has that.
Okay.
He has several things on him, but if he has the flute on him, you can't see it right now.
All right, cool. So I will not take out the foghorn, and instead, 5, 6. Yeah, I will go over here and engage this very creepy fella, and I will try to actually let me rethink that option. Uh, I will instead go here and brace myself against it, and will then cast all the death on him. Wow, which deals 1 damage if he fails the save on this one.
Yeah, the man, right?
No, not the man, the zombie-looking creature.
Okay.
Yes, now that you say it, I should really put it on the. I don't know. I don't. I thought I had a different spell, but I have this one, and it's cast now.
It's all right, Omega. Don't worry. It is on this one though, so they can. That is on wisdom, right?
Yes, that is a wisdom save, and then there's also necrotic damage.
All right. They don't pass the wisdom save, but it's also necrotic damage. So
Yeah.
you don't see much effect
Yeah.
happen.
I wonder why. Okay, then it's my turn.
Esmeralda. You are.
Oh yeah, we're poisoned. I forgot that.
We are poisoned, so our attacks and our
Let me see if that
ability
is enough to
checks
hit.
are disadvantaged.
I'm sorry,
Mm-hmm.
Mittens, that is not quite enough to hit. Okay. Yeah, that's not quite enough to hit. Mittens. Yvette, it is your turn.
I will try and hit the rat.
That is enough to hit. Go ahead and roll damage.
It's just the one 8 damage.
That is enough to kill it.
Lovely.
Just a second. Gosh. 20. Jesus Christ. All right. And with that, the final rat is dead. Natasha, is at the end of your turn, Polly.
Um,
All right. Natasha, it is in fact your go.
What is the old man armed with?
He's armed with a fistful of filth and also a kind of tarnished looking sword. He
Okay.
looks relatively frail, however.
Crush a skull.
if he even is alive.
That was an out of character commentary.
Um, as a bonus action, can I do an insight check to see if he actually is alive?
Yeah, of course.
Okay.
Because of your blood touch, you'll be able to do that. Normally it'd be a difficult thing, but you will roll a normal because you are poisoned. However, you normally have advantage on insight. So
13.
you are. He is very much alive. You can tell that he is both breathing and kind of like the way that he is moving about. It is clear that he is alive.
From that insight as well, does he seem not himself, like out of it?
He has a very wild and kind of crazy look in his eyes.
Okay. She's going to say to him, We are here to end this misery in this house. You
He
can.
looks at you with a crazed expression. He says, "Slime will flow through your veins, and your eyes shall rot.
You know,
She's gonna.
All shall be sickness and filth."
She's gonna walk up next to him.
Okay.
She's going to say, "I will try to free you from your suffering," and she's gonna swing at him.
Blunt or bladed end?
I'm gonna do blunt.
Okay, so you're trying
She's
to knock him
gonna.
out.
Yeah, she's gonna like twirl her axe to where it's becomes a bludgeoning weapon, and she's gonna try and.
Yep, that's fine. No worries. Go ahead and roll.
It's gonna go potty?
No.
No, we're good, Tammy.
Yep. Okay. 11.
Let's see. 11 is not quite enough to hit.
Okay.
Did you want to use reckless attack? Or is that only when you rage?
No, you can use it whenever, I think.
Whenever.
But you have to declare
But I
before
have to call
attacking.
it
That's
first.
true. You do have to declare. So if you want to declare it, I will let you roll again. It is up to you. Sonny.
It's okay.
Okay. All right.
That's my turn.
Yeah, I get you. All right. We move on to this one. Sorry, there's a lot in the way of things. So this was going to move 1, 2, 3. First from this wretched creature before you. You actually have a picture of these guys.
Oh,
It's
do
not
you now?
quite at this area, but I have an image for you to see of these terrible monsters.
Because
This
the
is
GUI cube
back what
modules
they look like.
come with amazing handout. Oh boy, yeah, that's yeah. Can he go away, please?
And he is going to reach out and claw towards you, his arms dripping with filth and rot.
Got 18, I think.
He will swing at you, and it will kind of just bounce off your shield, and he will stumble forward, trying to latch his teeth onto you. And they gain no purchase. You were able to push it back,
Nice.
and it really lets out a wretched smell. And you gag for a moment as you push it back and sort of fight him off. All right. The next one comes for Esmeralda, and is also going to rake at you with its claws, and that is going to hit you, scratching you for 3 damage, 3 bludgeoning as it kind of slams you, and then it will reach forward, try to bite you, and you're able to kind of like catch your blade up in its jaws and kind of push it back, preventing it from sinking its rotting teeth into your body. This one over here, Sonny, is going to take his blade and he's going to run it through the filth in his hand, and then he's going to slash at you with his disgusting, wretched blade.
AC 18.
All right, that is going to hit you.
yeah, it's kind of like shit and stuff.
All right, yeah, he's going to do that. And then that is going to hit you for. Sorry, I just got to make sure I get this. Is going to hit you for 5 slashing damage and 2 poison damage. And at that point, he is going to disengage. And he's gonna run over here. One, two.
Oh, he's a rogue.
Damn.
Okay.
Sorcerer, it's your turn.
All right. I mean, there's one thing to do here. Well, sidestep and take nice little drag of my pipe, and from my nostrils expel a puff of smoke, both to the left and the right, which forces a Constitution save on those very unpleasant undead people.
Okay. Yeah. Go ahead and roll. That's a DC 14 con save. All right. They both seem to fail. So that's 3 radiant, you said?
Yes.
All right.
Does that look like unusually effective on them?
Not particularly.
Okay.
All right. Esmeralda, it is your turn. Yep. Go ahead and roll. There seems to be some latency between your rolls and them showing up, by the way. 11. You all right, so you hit for 11. So you hit for 8 on the first one. So you hit him. And then you slash with your offhand again, right? And that is for another 1 damage. All right. Both attacks land. All right. Are you is it the end of your turn? Yvette, it is your go.
I will shoot this dude. I'm just gonna move away a bit.
All right, that'll hit. Go ahead and roll damage. It was this one or this one?
Yeah.
Okay.
The one on top.
All right.
And it's only
Go ahead.
6.
Describe how you kill it.
Oh, I want to shoot an arrow right through his nose.
All right. So through his absence of nose, an arrow flies and it goes out the back of its head, and it looks around confused for a moment before its head rolls off the back of its body, and the body falls to the floor with a thud.
It didn't realize it was dead for a second.
Pretty much.
Yeah.
Is it the end of your turn, Polly?
Yeah.
Natasha, it is your go.
Tasha's going to glance back towards Surstrom and the remaining dead guy. Just kind of see if he like needs help or if he's got it.
No. He seems well. He's not fine, but he seems to be able to handle it most likely.
She like kind of like raises her axe toward him and like encouragement and like goes 1, 2, 5, and she's still going after the golden man.
All right.
I would like to reckless attack, smack him again for blunt damage.
Okay, go for it. All right. Reckless attack will cancel out your poison, so you crit. So go ahead and roll damage on your non-lethal.
Oh no!
What is this?
What?
Polly, the god of sorrow has some pity on you. Roll that again. There
That's
we
more
go.
like it.
Yeah, that's more like it. All right, there we go. So you clobber him upside the head, and he kind of stumbles, and like catch, and he falls sort of into this pile of like bones, and then like scrambles back up, and he looks just around wild. And it seems he's gonna need another blow to go down.
It's like, come to your senses. This isn't what you want to be.
Slime, slime through your eyes and your blood. Your lungs will rot, and your tongue will be food for the worms. All will be filth and slime. The great
It's my favorite.
sickness shall spread far across these lands. All right, we're gonna. That's enough of that for now. Is it the end of your
This is
turn,
like
Natasha?
rambling old man, just
Yeah,
like never.
he's literally just continuing this endless diatribe about sickness and filth and how it will spread through the land and corrupt all of you.
Yeah. Wow, that's not good.
All right, is it the end of your turn, my friend?
Mhm. Yep, yep.
This next one over here, this whew, undead will look to Sorstrom, and it will reach forward towards you, slamming its hands against your body. But it will in fact miss and then lunge forward with the bite. What is your AC again, my friend?
18.
It will sink its teeth into your shoulder for 5 piercing damage.
I would, in that case, well, first off, I need to correct my HP, but also, I would like to use the Wrath of Pipes feature,
Yep, that's fine.
which, let me post it again because, um, when I am hit, then I can, it needs to make a strength save, and if it fails, it's pushed 10 feet back and also prone.
All right. I need to make a con save, and it will make a strength save.
Actually, the strength save only determines the prone. It's getting pushed either way.
Yeah, it'll still be pushed, but I still need to make the con save.
Yeah, yeah.
All right, you are good. It's a good thing you passed that save, by the way.
Yeah, I thought
These
so.
these things are pretty nasty. So it is actually knocked prone, by the way. Right.
Nice. I mean, not so nice for the other people, I guess, but
Over the old man. The old man begins to scream more. Let me freshen this up a little bit, just so we have something else to say other than slime. He'll spit and kind of like slobber all over. And this room is absolutely disgusting, by the way. Natasha, there is raw excrement and raw rotten flesh all about, and it's truly terrible. And he says, rot spreads through the world, it will consume all. I will taste your flesh, your rotted flesh, it will be delicious. And he like sticks his tongue out of his mouth to lick his face, and his tongue is abnormally long. And he kind of just like licks up to his nose and around down to the bottom of his chin as he looks at you, kind of salivating, and he lunges forward with his dagger, trying to stab you. That will hit for 7 slashing damage. Natasha.
Mhm.
Okay. And then he is going to run again. All right. Sorstrom, it is your turn.
alright. I feel like I have a little bit of a stupid idea.
Okay.
Um Let me see if that actually. Oh no, it doesn't work. No, forget it. I will. Yeah, I will go up to here, and instead of using my weapon, I would like to take my shield and try to bash the creature with.
Yeah.
So since it's prone, it's a straight roll, right?
Yes. Well, wait, you're trying to bash it. Yes, it is a straight roll.
So that's just gonna be yeah. I'm just gonna use this here.
Okay, that's fine. That's a hit.
And what kind of damage is shield? What you
Shield is
said it?
bludgeoning for sure. I'd give it a D4 probably. It's an improvised weapon. Maybe a D4 plus strength is what I'd say.
Yeah. Wow, yeah. It's the
5
same
damage.
number,
That's fine.
but yeah.
Okay. Um. Yeah. So you kind of like slam down on it with the shield, and it kind of just lets out a gurgle as you dent in part of its head. Is
Nice.
that it is your turn? Oh yeah, you're right. It is your turn. Sorry, Mittens. It's your turn. Mm-hmm. All right. That is a hit. Roll damage. Oh, it did. All right. It was hit by my by the notification that came up. That'll yeah, that'll hit and you'll blow like a nice chunk out of it as it continues to lay on the ground. Now it is Yvette's turn.
Alright, well, shoot it.
All right. Are you gonna like lean under the table and get a shot at it, or are
I
you
will move over to here.
okay? Yeah. So as you fire down on it, your arrow pierces through the bottom of its jaw and goes out through the top of its head, and the creature falls down lifeless.
Me?
Well, it's already undead, but you know what I mean.
Wow, I'm really good at killing some.
Natasha, it's your turn.
There's this like pause as Natasha like grips her axe tighter as she tries to keep control of herself, and like she vomits blood and vomit on the ground and coughs, and she turns back around toward him, gritting her teeth. And one, two, so hard to tell. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. She's still gonna try to knock him out.
Mm-hmm.
She's looking a little ticked. Reckless.
All right, go for it.
21.
Yep, 21. Go ahead and roll damage.
9
Another
bludgeoning.
9 bludgeoning, so it's up to. You hit him for. Yeah, okay. He lets out a loud groan of pain as he kind of staggers around again. And he like swings out violently at you, but misses, and kind of stumbles back, falling in the refuse around him, with a loud thud. He is, however, still moving.
Okay.
Is it the end of your turn, by the way?
Yeah.
Okay. Sorstrom?
I will move 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 into this room. Oh my god, this is absolutely disgusting. Um,
It is.
how's Natasha looking?
You see, her back is turned to you, but you can see like there's a gash in her side, and blood is just dripping down her leg.
Okay, let's do something about that. Gonna go with a no, not a cure wounds. I'm not close to you. That needs to be a healing word. 6 health,
Thank you.
which was also my last spell slot. Hey, so don't get killed. That's my turn.
Hooray!
All right.
Lagesh
Esmeralda.
disappears.
Esmeralda. Mittens. Okay, cool. You cannot. You could move further to the left, I think. Okay. That was your 6. All right. Yvette.
Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Oh, fuck. Oh, anyway, F5, 6. Hmm. Is he unconscious?
He is laying down, so it's kind of hard to see him. He's like in a pile of, so it's very difficult to actually see him.
I'm just gonna. I think he's on the floor, so I'm like, oh, it's fine. I just want to
Okay.
look around the room. I don't know. Make a
Yeah,
general.
I'll give you a
Sweet.
description in a moment, right after we resolve combat.
Okay.
Natasha.
Like is staring down at him.
Mm-hmm.
Can see how much you've suffered in here.
The slime will have you all.
Your mind is not here anymore.
All is rot, all is sickness.
You are the only one who is sick right
The
now.
world sickens by the day.
But I will not kill you. And she's with advantage because he's prone, I assume?
He is prone, so it's
So,
just a normal roll.
yep. I would like to smack him straight down with the side of the axe. 16.
That hits. You can go ahead and roll damage. With that, you knock out the caretaker here.
Something I just remembered. Which X
You
are you
saw
using,
that
Sonny?
picture earlier. One moment. If you saw that picture earlier of the rats, that is in fact what you see in the bedroom.
Is there a skeleton in the bed?
So, what was your
Because
question?
my
Omega?
question was which X Sonny is using.
The one she was using at the carnival.
The
The
Sarek
one.
one.
Yeah, Sarah.
Okay. Then
So
yeah.
the room that you have entered is covered in it is truly covered in filth and refuse, garbage, bones, more filth, flies flit about in the air. And the place stinks of urine, awful, and horrid putrescence. The only features of the room are a broken, stained bed that sits in the south. Nearby is a huge mass of rotting cloth, hay, and fur and bones. A body lies in the bed in the south. In the south wall is a wooden door. Further searching is impossible, however, um, until you move more of the filth around. Essentially, you're gonna have to really get your hands into it to move them about to really search it.
Can we move? Can we move around?
Yes, you can move now.
I'd like to start looking at all of the boxes and stuff, but I'm using
Prestidigitation.
prestidigitation to like clean everything I touch before I touch it.
All right, it will take a tremendous amount of time to do so, but you can.
I'll
Just
just
cleaning
start.
everything.
I'll
So, is there
see
anything
how
in
it
particular you
goes.
want to do? Search an area or something?
Well, I see there's a boxes all around here. Just I don't know the first box.
Let me see where you are. Where you were mentioning? Oh, the box is over there. Okay, sure. Go ahead and search there.
What's that?
Investigation or perception check.
Okay. Mm.
All right. Go ahead and make a perception as well. You find different stuff depending on, how you roll anything. All right. So so you can actually kind of test. You can not test, but you can see, that there is the hilt of something sticking out of this mass of like rotting fur and excrement and filth. There is a hilt.
Ooh, I want to clean it, and then I want to pick it up.
All right. So as you there is a sort of like tearing and a wet sound as you pull free a Seric iron mace. It is quite evident that it is Seric iron, as you've seen multiple Seric iron weapons so far, so it's quite clear that that's what this is. And just behind that, you see a quiver as well, kind of buried within it.
Actually, Esmeralda's making a good point there. Um, I would like to use the monocle of celebrity, and I would like to have a look with it upon Esmeralda. It's a lot of text.
Yeah, I know. Um, Mittens, what's your current HP? Out of what? All right. She has a purple aura. Oh wait. I'm sorry. Yeah, a purple aura.
Mm. Nothing else? No wisps of green?
No wisps of green around. No, there are
No.
wisps of green around her. There are no pale yellow or anything else.
Oh yeah, because we're all poisoned.
Yep.
Can I clean off the quiver and pick that up?
Certainly. I will give you that. You also are able to notice. You can see there, by the way.
While she's doing that, I would like to investigate the other side of the room, where the bed and the corpse are.
Okay. Go ahead and give me a. Yeah.
Yeah. Just gonna like kick the filth a little bit with her foot
Okay.
as well.
So you can see that there is a very much dead body in there. In the bed. It has been there for quite some time. And that's about all you're gonna notice. It's very repulsive in there.
Yeah.
Oh, that also reminds me. Can I collect any of the arrows I shot earlier in the other
Yep. You can collect exactly half, rounded down.
round? Okay.
Yep, rounded down.
And how many of those pointy arrows are there?
It says a quiver. So
Oh, so yeah.
I'm gonna assume there are 20 of them. So that's what we'll call it. 20 arrows. They are consumable, but yes, there are
Yeah.
20 arrows, which give you, if I estimate correctly, something around the scope of like 38 shots with them.
Natasha's gonna like put a finger over her mouth as like she like gags for a minute. She like stops herself. I don't know if this has any bearing on what's already going on. This man mentioned disease and filth spreading across the realm. Ah, just like continues to try not to gag. Natasha's going to remove his weapon.
Do you want to search him?
Yes.
All right. So as you search him, you actually discover quite a few things that he had on him. Just a moment. He had in his possession the following. He has a key.
Mm.
Um, he has 2 short swords and a dagger, along with a short bow. So I'll post that real quick. 2 short swords, dagger, a short bow, 15 mundane arrows, and iron key. He does have one other thing. Let me find it real quick here.
Mm-hmm. I nudge the arrows toward you that. And hold on to the iron key for now. Just gonna scoot the rest just away from him.
Yeah, just a second. Let me just get this item out. Let's see if I can find it properly. Here we go. Well, that's a bit too telling, huh? I will have to figure out how to give this to you. Okay. This is the flute.
So, an iron key, you say?
Yeah, Natasha holds
Let
it
me
up.
let me describe this real quick. What this does. This gnarled and knotted wood flute is covered with a bilious liquid that stinks like a gangrenous wound. To the untrained eye, it would appear like a very crudely fashioned instrument that might not even work. There is a rough carving of a leering face that is gouged into the moist black wood.
I don't think we're going to give this to anyone. Natasha's like gonna hold it for a moment. And she's going to then quickly stuff it into her backpack and stop touching it.
All right.
Oh, also, I'll clean everything that we pick up. So I assume that everything on him is also
Yes,
filthy.
he is awake, and he kind of comes to with a rotten ruin. You will be slime, girl. All will be rot under the dirt. Rotten ruin.
Mm.
Um,
I want, I want to try clean him and see how he reacts.
No,
Okay.
no, not the sponge bath.
with prestidigitation.
So as you begin to prestidigitate him, he kind of like throws himself to the side with a cry and begins to roll in the filth. But
Like,
as he does this, you actually
shooting
notice that
lessons.
he kind of disturbs like a flagstone that is under his bed, kind of knocking it to the side. And you could look under it if you so desire.
Shall we?
What is a flagstone?
A flagstone is like a flat piece of rock that is usually kind of heavy and it's relatively thick, but it's very wide. Like imagine like so you know how like you have like tiling, right? Imagine that, but like a foot wide or more, and it's like kind of like rough-ish rock. That's flagstone.
So he just knocked his bed down?
No, he knocked a part of the floor up.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Natasha's just gonna like grab the back of his collar.
Okay. Yeah, you're easily able to restrain him. Was one of you looking in there, by the way?
In what?
I'll have a look if no one else moves to that.
Okay. Uh, that's fine. Yeah, he just continues to speak of rot and ruin and how it will consume all of you. And so you managed to find a chest that's down in there, Polly, that you could kind of pull out. It's a small one, but it is in fact locked.
Can I pull it up? Like, is it big?
Yeah, you can pull it out of the hole. It's not too big.
Hey,
So,
who got that key off?
Natasha like holds it with her other hand.
Maybe it'll fit in here.
She tosses it to you back.
Can I try it?
All right. It pops open, and inside you can see a collection of dirty coins. They number the following. Are you ready to record?
Yes.
20 gold, 33 silver, 3 electrum, and 44 copper.
while we're at that, I would like to see if the key that we found also fits into the padlock of the thing that I found earlier.
Okay. So as you kind of fumble around with it, it becomes immediately obvious that it is not going to fit.
Huh. Am I doing what? I just opened it.
I have added some. Oh shit. Yeah, no, it's fine.
All right.
So since this is not gonna open from the key that we found, I would like to present this small box to Yvette. Once she's done counting the coins and prestidigitate all of them.
Over there, that's a door. I would remind you that you are in probably the most disgusting place you have ever dreamt of currently. While you are doing this, you are constantly fighting the urge to vomit and run. Even with the cleaning, it has no effect.
Is that
It has
like
just no effect
rip
on the
off
stomach.
a hanky? So like rip off the hanky and shove it up each nostril, like apart.
Mm-hmm.
Natasha?
Okay. As you revert to breathing on your mouth, breathing through your mouth, you can taste the fetid air, the rot and the feces and the flies.
Let's just.
She's just gonna like pick the man up, throw him over her shoulder, and she's gonna leave this room.
So
It is immediately far more bearable outside of the room.
She's gonna cough and gag.
I gave you that a small box that is locked with a padlock. Found it under the table. Also, I need to do some healing. Um,
Mittens, are you
uh,
trying to leave through that door or something, or what's going on? Okay.
so so I'm gonna cast Cure Wounds on
Are you
myself
gonna do
for a
it in that
second.
room?
Um, actually, no.
Okay.
Now that you say it, it would be more reasonable to go out here, have a breath of slightly less putrid air, and heal myself for 7, I guess. I have one more heal slot, or well, one more spell slot. Is anybody of us here in single digit HP?
No.
Good, how are you doing?
Polly.
Polly?
Oh, I'm fine. I'm still. Are you taking a full or a half? Okay, so we've got 3 more then.
All right. Natasha, how's your HP looking?
I am at 18 out of 25. I will be fine.
Yeah, I'm gonna save the last one then.
Yeah. By the way, is this door open now?
No. Closed behind them, actually.
Did the skeletons close the door behind?
No, the door kind of seemed to like they had to pull it open and then it fell back closed.
Oh, okay. I still have the old man over my shoulder.
Mm-hmm.
Um, I'm going to ask him as he rambles and probably kicks. Um, Tell me more about why everyone will fall into filth and
The great lords of desolation and rot will come from beyond, and they will fill the world with the slime and the ruin and the pus, and it will come from every river, and the fish will die, and the rot will poison all water as the sickness spreads.
and who are these
The
gods
lords of
or
ruin and rot,
who are they?
the slime lords.
And who told you this?
I have seen it. I have seen it in the rot and the ruin. The
Meaning
stars
what?
they speak of it, and so does the putrid sense of the world as it destroys.
Right.
How long have
While
you
he's
been?
rambling on,
Sorry, go ahead.
I was say, while he's rambling on, can I like try and open the lock on the chest?
Sure. Make a thieves tools check. Actually, do you want to take time on it? Because you can also spend like a set amount of time on a task to give
I'll
yourself advantage.
work on it for as long as he's talking, as long as everyone's standing still. So,
Okay.
I mean, I don't know how long that is, but I'm not in a rush.
I'll put it this way: you guys could spend 10 minutes to search the room and talk to and work with the lock and other stuff. And if you do that, you can make your checks with advantage.
I think we should do that. We still want to investigate. There's like a wardrobe, fireplace, painting.
Yeah, there's a bunch of
Yeah.
stuff.
Let's take 10 minutes.
Okay.
Cool.
You have to rest in a safe place, which this is not. All right, Polly. You very nimbly managed to pop open that lock. Um, and let me pull this out. This is what you find.
I'm intrigued.
And it is inside.
How are you?
Hold up a second. Let me read this out. It is inside like a black velvet, or rather, it is wrapped in black velvet, and a darkish green energy swirls like a maelstrom within the black gem set atop this plain electric band. At the wearer's command, the sickening green glow will seep from the jewel as a noxious cloud to envelop the user's target, sapping their strength from their body as they breathe in a terrible fury.
Ew.
And you actually also get the statistics on this end. Well, you don't until it gets identified, but you don't know what it
Actually,
does. But
yeah, about identify, it's on the apprentice's ring. Do I still need the pearl component to?
yes, absolutely.
Alright, guys, we've got a very weird and spooky looking ring. Don't really
Uh,
want to touch it.
are the rest of you checking the room?
Yeah.
Okay. So I guess we'll do that first, and then. All right. So if you want to peek out there, so what you actually can see, Mittens, is you can see a number of kind of like shambling creatures, like were similar to the ones that you fought earlier. There seem to be 6 or 7 of them wandering about behind the house. Outside. Yes, at least outside. All right. The rest of the party, what are you guys doing?
With I'm gonna say, all right. I need you to be quiet now, otherwise our friend here is going to clean you again. Uh, and she is going to kind of like listen to the doors, see if she can hear movement behind them.
Okay. Is this before, during, or after the 10 minutes that Polly is spending on picking the lock?
During.
Okay. So you just kind of hear a wind blowing through the like the breeze and the cawing of crows. Yeah. And with that roll, you can also smell some fetid odor coming from beyond that door.
All of them, or just the one specifically next to the fireplace?
The one that you were standing at beside the fireplace. These other 2 are in fact windows.
Oh, I
Those
see.
ones you just walked by are windows.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Can I also it was commented before, does that image look like any of the troop or the picture on the wall?
The
Like
gesture.
any of the troop? Yeah.
Um. No. However, you do notice something else. As you kind of near over to it, you see that there's kind of like a panel that's out of place in the wall. Kind of like it's just ajar.
I would like to investigate.
Sure. So you can kind of peel that back, right? And you see that there is a niche which is containing an ornate silver bowl. And it's stained with this sickly looking, thick reddish green slimy substance. And there's also in this substance is kind of like a vial that it looks like it spilled into the bowl.
So there is a bowl, you said? Sickly
Yes,
substance?
there is a silver bowl with a green kind of substance in it. and a vial of similar substance that is also resting within the liquid.
She's gonna look to the old man. What is that?
Rot.
From what?
Rot and slime and ruin.
So you don't know. Okay. She looks back to the others. Hey guys, found something. Yes, but I was referring more to what was in it. She his bottle, right? Of the stuff too. She's just gonna pour that, what's in the bowl, back in the bottle.
Okay. And you have the following. Here, I'll give you this picture. You, however, have not a clue what it is, but there you go.
Ooh.
I do want to remind you guys, the players, to note down things that you don't have identified or figured out, so that you can, spend time to figure out what they are.
Mm.
Oh, I've not. Well, the items I've not changed.
So make sure all of that goes in the list. All right. I'm going to use the restroom real quick. There's still more searching to be done in the room if you guys desire that. There's still searching. There's a lot of stuff that you guys haven't even looked at in the room. Now you don't have to by any means, but I'm just reminding you because we did have a combat that kind of interrupted that room. So I'm going to use.
Yeah,
Is
I
it just
didn't really do.
is it just one file poison? Or
Oh, this book's. Question is, what if you're gonna do with the old man? uh, I want to say no.
wait, what are you talking?
The old man. He's lost his
Uh,
mind. It's true. Um, yeah. I feel like. I mean,
All right, I could.
welcome back.
Certainly. What would you like to try to discern from it? Are you looking for anything specific, rather? Sure. So Jan did already make a check on that. I will remind you. You can do it for yourself, but I'm just saying, Sorstrom did check that. Yes, he did. I don't know if he told you, but uh, the blood is clearly quite old, which is very dry. and almost stained on there at this point. Hmm. Yeah. So as you look under the table, you see the flagstone that Sorstrom has lifted up and removed the box from under.
Can I do anything else?
Yeah. Did you? I mean, there's plenty of the room to be searched still.
Okay, cool. Can I search this cupboard?
Sure. The armoire.
Like what?
Yeah. Go ahead and give me an investigation check. So, kind of there's like a secret panel that you find kind of sequestered behind the on the wall behind the smashed armoire, and inside it is this rather large box that is made of dark polished wood. No, you are
Mm.
not. I know, but no, you are not.
Is it
So
like?
as you go ahead.
I was just gonna say, is it like a opening? It's like a puzzle box.
So it is actually not locked. You could pull it out and open it up if you wanted to.
Why not? Is it dirty? Is it covered in poo? Is it dirty? Is it covered in
No.
poo?
It's very clean, Polly, and you can kind of see there's some scratches where the armoire has been often moved. Um, and yeah, so as you pop it open, you can actually see that inside it are a series of 6 black masks and 6 hooded cloaks.
Guys, matching ensemble. Let's go. Hey, look at these.
Do you want to touch one of them, Polly? Or like pick one up to
Um,
inspect it a little closer, rather?
yeah, I want to pick up a mask.
So as you pick up the mask, it is made of smooth ebony wood and it is cold to the touch. There's very little detail that has been actually carved into the wood, save for 2 small lateral slits for your eye and a protrusion to accommodate a nose and a larger lateral slit for the mouth. The only real notable feature of the mask is that it is a parallel set um, of 3, or there's a parallel set of 3 deep gouges um, gouged into the plain face from the upper left side of the forehead down to the bottom right cheek. The marks look as a result of a beast's claw raking against the hardwood.
Is it just that particular mask, or is it the same on all of them?
It is just that particular one.
That's cool.
That is a very cool mask.
I want to put it up to my face and be like, "Hey, look at me."
Uh,
Looks cool, doesn't it? Maybe this will be handy. Like, yeah, but thinking about the bigger picture here, what if we actually run into some of these cultists? Because we seem to be running into cult things everywhere we go. With these excellent disguises, we could pull off some pretty dastardly plans. Okay, here you go.
so, let me see if this one requires attunement. Because the way I figure is that anything that requires attunement requires identification. If it doesn't require attunement, it does not require identification, with the exception of poisons and potions, obviously. No. There is one mask that has the slash, and you can kind of tell that it is in fact a magical item of some sort.
Ooh. Okay.
Along with the ring, and let's see who else remains who has not discovered anything yet. Esmeralda.
Oh no, I've not. Oh
Yeah,
no,
you
I
did. You
didn't.
discovered the box.
Yeah, yeah, I forgot it was in this room.
Not to
Go on.
worry. Esmeralda. As you're wandering about, you can kind of see that there are these hand marks within the fireplace that seem to, and there are several of them that are kind of up into the flume. Sorry, the flue rather. Sure. So as you kind of put your hand on a couple of them, you feel a loose stone sort of jiggle. As you push it, it kind of slides to the side, and you see the hilt, a small hilt, kind of emerge from the wall. You pull forth the following obsidian dagger.
Well, that's pretty cool.
And this blade of the dagger is made from a volcanic glass that has been meticulously chipped into a wickedly sharp, jagged edge. The tang of the black knife is set into a fox femur handle, which has been wrapped with thick hemp twine. The irregular serrations all over the blade cause severe amounts of tissue damage when the dagger is stabbed into and extracted from flesh. Although they are not very rare, they are normally not utilized by particularly, or they are normally only utilized by particularly sadistic assassins and cultists who put them to use in macabre ceremonies where copious amounts of a sacrifice's blood are required. Outside of this, they don't see much use as a weapon in combat due to the fragility of their brittle blades.
This
And to give you a little context of what it mechanically does, um, targets must pass a DC 12 Constitution save after being hit by this weapon. Failing causes the target to bleed for 1 damage every round until the save is passed. The effect can stack up to 3 times, but one successful save will clear all stacks. It is finesse and light, but has the fragile property. A roll of 1 against metal armor or natural armor above 16 AC causes the dagger's blade to shatter, rendering it useless.
so this also goes
Edgy.
to all-
No.
So you just have to be clever against what.
Yvette isn't dates, mate. She's not an assassin.
No.
Quite
I
similar.
meant to you personally, to you, Polly.
Yeah, let me just reach into the screen and take this.
All right. Okay.
That's a cool answer.
Is there anything more you guys wish to do within the room?
I actually want to.
That's a door that leads to another room, which you guys haven't opened yet.
Yeah, but Natasha was listening to it, and there were
Nothing
noises.
on the other side. Yeah, it did smell, but there was nothing on the other side.
From what I can tell, there's no movement behind the door. I would like to make a quick glance around the room, noticing the claw marks on the mask. I would like to see if A, the man reacts to seeing those masks and the dagger, and B, if there are similar slash marks, because things are destroyed in here. I'd like to see if there are similar slash marks all over this room.
So there are a couple similar slash marks in the room, but not really all over the room. And it occurs to you that it would be bizarre to see this if this room were to be wrecked, seeing as this was safely put away and hidden. That being said, as the man kind of looks upon the mask, he begins to froth at his mouth, and he says, "Slime shall flow, all shall rot wickedness."
Someone put a gag on him, please.
And then he begins to cough violently before vomiting over himself and Natasha.
She kind of glances at her shoulder, otherwise just lets it go.
Do you want a little help?
recognize those masks, old man? And yes, help would probably
He's
be
gonna
needed.
spit
Oh,
at you guys again.
Queen Natasha.
He's gonna
He's gonna
spit.
spit and then begin to lick the filthy floor.
Can we just leave him? He's obviously very happy. Well, that's
Yeah,
to the NPCs.
we let him go. Somebody else is gonna wander in here and he's just gonna murder them too.
Uh,
Um,
Do you want to try and scavenge some rope from here? There also might be rope in the other room. There's one more room you
Yes,
haven't checked.
actually, I mean, hello, I was muted for a while. Um, in the other room, actually, here there is rope directly on the map. I don't know if we can actually, literally get that, but
Make sure to ping it for your allies there.
over here.
Yep.
I don't want. It's disgusting. Ewan, can you come here just to entertain?
Natasha will go and grab the rope.
So as you pick up the rope, it is kind of moist and a little bit rotted. It should still hold them, but it is truly imbued with blood, vomit, and feces. It is truly fetid.
Hey, old man, I have a gift. She just starts wrapping it around him. You get to be dirty again.
Slime and blood.
It's a good question.
I believe that's a survival check. It's not. Or
Uh,
oh yeah, that was
use
a
rope.
specific
Yeah, use rope
typing.
is a 3.5 skill. Yeah, it's literally use rope is a 3.5 skill. Sleight
I
of
mean,
hand will work. Also, escape artist was a 3.5 skill. So
yeah, I mean, it's not a bend bars and lift gates skill check from earlier edition.
I mean, it's not that specific, but it's pretty specific. To be fair, you can do some stuff with use rope, like knit and tie nets and tie people up. And
I
yeah,
mean,
I mean, string is just small rope.
you can forget it. Yeah.
Yeah, you can fork it. There you go. So Natasha used survival. You can also use sleight of hand. Yeah, it appears that you tie him up.
Yeah, you just watch her like wrap and tie it off, wrap it around, tie it off. They're not. Like,
As you do
special.
step away, though, he stands up and the rope just stays in place. Oh, by the way, he's actually out here, so you can remember you drag him out. And then
Yeah.
he's not.
All right. No, no, no. I got this. Excuse me. I was on a ship. I. Okay, we can do it together. How about then? I have survival.
How about you work
It's
together?
okay, guys. You're both very good with ropes. Just calm down.
How about you work
I
together?
mean, I wouldn't say that I have an affinity for rope, but yeah, sure. Go ahead. I'll help you.
Not on this character, you don't.
No.
All right. Yeah, you kind of pin the guy down and you tie him up. All right. What's next?
Did anyone inspect the fireplace? Cool.
Inspected the what? Oh yeah. Okay. You guys.
Um. I could do one more look around, I guess. Just one more quick scan of the room. Investigation, I guess. 14. It's kind of like move some stuff, kick some stuff, kind of like look around. Nudge some stuff with an axe. Is it all clear?
Yes.
Um, there's nothing in that room we'll probably need or want to bring with us. We're good.
I would hope not, certainly. All right. You ready?
I think it would be cool as well, but what if... Never mind, I'll just kick it down. Vent on the door.
Yeah?
Strength check.
Yeah, go ahead. Go ahead and roll.
Why does that? By the way, does anyone want this mace?
Strength 6.
I'm just dragging a mace around, but I do.
You kick. Was it your strength check? Your one right there?
Yeah, I think if it's a strength check, I guess it's 16.
16? Not an 18? Oh yeah,
That's
yeah,
sick.
16. Yep. So you kick the door solidly, and your foot kind of goes through it, and you have to like shake it off because the door is kind of rotted away. And then as you shake it off and kind of like have to give a final push to the door, you put a push on it, and it comes off your foot and just falls backwards with a thud.
Yeah, definitely graceful. Just like
And
walk.
within you find within you find the
Yay.
following. Just a moment, I need to get the handout. Oh, delicious. Here we go. It really is delicious, all right? If you think that this picture isn't delicious, you're just wrong. Look at that. Isn't that picture delicious?
Mm.
Mmm.
Yeah.
Look at you catering to the audience.
Is that like lumps of flesh still on the ground?
So the macabre room beyond this door may have once upon a time been a kitchen, but now it is in fact a room of death and rot. There are three large wooden closets in the eastern end of the room. Inside of each hangs a rotting body. One appears to be female, a halfling. The second one is a male human, and the third one a dwarf of a male sort. All three have holes in their chests where their hearts would be, and they are in various states of decomposition. The room smells truly horrid. Additionally, um, on the side where the female halfling is, over there, you guys see that? Hello.
Huh?
Hello, yes.
All right, over here. There were two hooks that seemed to be absent that were once that have no bodies on them.
Also, is it just me, or does the left body look like he has a sad smiley on his
I
stomach?
in the center of the chamber is a large chopping block, atop of a wooden cabinet, and a rusty cleaver is embedded in the wood. Dry blood covers the block, and spatters of dark red are everywhere in the room.
Yvette turns around to be sick a little bit in this corner.
I mean, I think we should take the whole building down once we're done here. This This is a den of evil and decay, and I absolutely hate. But before we do that, I do agree. We should maybe cater to the corpses, if there even is such a possibility. But I feel like they deserve a better burial.
Mm,
Natasha like walks up to one of them and she swings her axe at the chain, holding him up.
So sure. So you kind of chop it, and the body falls kind of with a wet splat and a crack sound as it kind of just falls apart a little bit. But before that, you notice that on the head, you see a symbol of a melting skull that has sort of been blanded onto them.
let's burn.
Did we see similar sigils on the other undead?
Did you look for them?
Or not.
Well, I mean, some of them rot away. One of those that you fought had no face at all. Would you say?
Natasha is going to decapitate this woman.
Okay. By jinx!
And like, you can't see her face, but she is shaking.
Certainly. Certainly. Go ahead and roll an investigation check. Go ahead and roll.
Can you find their forehead?
No,
It
it's not
might
about
have
that.
fallen off and dropped onto the
I'll
floor.
explain why after you roll. All right. They are both in great states of decomposition. It is very difficult for you to even analyze what remains of their foreheads to determine if there is any sort of mark on there at all, because not much of their skin remains. So that's why you had to roll an investigation check. On the one that remains, it seems as if there was some sort of brand applied to the forehead. However, it is impossible to now identify what it once was. Uh, the other one, the other one does not possess a any face at all.
Are you sure? I mean, I feel like making this fella out there dig a few holes outside. Maybe show a little bit of remorse for what he did here. Well, I mean, he can either dig 3 holes for those corpses, or he can find himself in the fourth.
I'm not digging him a hole.
Or are we? I'm not sure about that yet.
Outside.
According to what my character is supposed to know, I actually personally don't know super much about the burial rites of this world. So I.
It just
That
depends. I
is.
mean, different cultures do have different funerary services. It's less about a specific custom that occurs and more about like the way that you are, the words said over you and the fact that there is a blessing given before your death and or
Mm,
with your death and other such.
okay, yeah, that makes sense.
Tasha silently cuts down another chain.
The body also falls to the floor with a thud.
Are we gonna take them outside first? So? Okay. Who wants to do that? I don't want to.
She cuts down the last chain,
It also falls to the ground with another thud.
and she starts picking up each and every one of them.
All of them on your back? They're pretty heavy and really disgusting because they're very rotted away.
Okay, she's gonna pick up 2 of them. You can do 2.
Okay.
Yep. She's also super disgusting right now. She does not care.
Okay,
Adding
open
more.
the door.
All right, take it slow, guys. Let's see. Where are you right now, Natasha? All right, you're over there.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Oh yes, I can very. Yeah, I was just hesitant. Sorry, I'm a little louder. Yeah. I'll the last remaining.
Yes. Okay. Where are you guys taking them?
I want to open this.
You want to open what?
The door. Wait, is this a door
There's
or
a,
a window?
there's a window, Polly.
Oh, okay. Out the front.
Okay.
Yep.
Go ahead and move your icons a little bit. All right. All right. Stop where you guys are. Hey, just everyone stop where you are. All right.
I was going close with Natasha. Can I move up?
Yes, you can move up to her, but that is it. Uh, Natasha and Sorstrom. The creatures in your arms as you kind of reach into this other room. They turn and they try to sink their rotting fetid teeth into your body, and you kind of reflexively toss them away, and push back, and manage to avoid the blow where they try to bite into you.
I will note one of them is headless.
This is true.
Mm-hmm.
You still, you did pick up the head from as you described, which is mind you, Sonny, that's a big part of the reason why they missed because they were headless. Look, it's hard to bite
Relatively.
things when you're just ahead. All right.
It's true.
I mean, it's even worse when you're just a helmet,
I mean, it's
right,
true.
Wilhelm?
Look, maybe it will get ahead. Eh, all right, guys, let's do some initiatives here.
So the question is, can one of them bite? Ah, that's great. See, it's Natasha had a reason. Okay, it wasn't just.
Burn them all. Right, Mittens? I think these are gonna come up as zombies. Yeah, they did. They are not zombies, but whatever. Yeah, they're not like zombies as per the D&D zombies. All right, Natasha, your turn. What are you doing?
Which one was headless again? I assume it was one of the ones she was holding.
The one on top there.
Okay. Um, I would like to, I guess I'm taking an attack of opportunity. I'm moving here.
Okay.
Mm-hmm. Just from
Um.
the one, I assume, though.
Yeah,
So
it's
still
gonna
within these
attack
two.
you. It's gonna miss.
Okay. And she's gonna turn back to the other two. And then there's this brief pause before she suddenly just yells out in fury and turns around as she bonus action rage, and she is going to um turn around and go for the non-headless one
All right,
with just fury in her eyes.
go for it.
21,
Roll damage.
12 damage.
All right, you sink your axe into the creature, um, and the headless one, or the headed one, now becomes the headless one as you liberate it of its head, and it topples backwards, falling over dead.
Okay.
Is it the end of your turn?
Yep.
Esmeralda. Yep. That is a hit on the first one, and then that's crit is also a hit, and you quickly dismember this creature before you, leaving it, severing its arm, and kind of a gout of pus drips out, and then you bury your blade in its skull, and it just falls backwards with a wet slurping sounds to the ground, and it in fact dies again. Is it the end of
Is
your turn? Yvette.
Um, I will turn around and be like, "Oh damn, they're alive," and I'll shoot a firebolt at this one.
Okay.
Or maybe I won't.
You'll shoot a firebolt at that one. However, it'll miss and hit the wall behind it, leaving a black scorch mark.
Repeat it.
This one is dead. Sorstrom, your turn.
Yay! I will. Well, considering I did carry him, I will use my item interaction to take my trident out and grab it with both hands. I'm
Okay.
giving a stabbo.
All right. And you rolled well in the two-handed one.
Oh
This
yeah.
is the headless one, by the way, that you were stabbing.
Ah, yes.
And you drive your trident through its body, and it lets out a cracking sound as the ribs kind of fold in on each other, rotted bone collapsing under the weight of your blow.
Nice.
And a noxious gas kind of expels from the headless hole in the top of the creature, and
Not so nice.
it slumps over, disgustingly dead. Yeah, you guys managed to really mess those things up fast. Like, good lord.
Good natural.
Yeah. Yeah, no, you all rolled really well on the damage to kill them. You just blendered these two encounters, nothing like the previous ones. Yeah, but no,
yeah.
you guys just blendered these encounters.
Oh, I agree. But first off, I would like to go up to Mister Ratcatcher dude. I would like to grab him.
Mm-hmm.
I would would like to ask him, what the fuck have you done with those innocent people, you miscreant?
He's gonna like dribble puke and he's gonna spit in your face and he says,
I'm gonna
"The
punch him.
slime demands all, for the
No, no, no,
rot
no, no.
will
I've,
reach the
I'll,
lands of the
I've already
greatness.
punched him.
They
I've
all
already
gave
punched him.
themselves to the
Look,
rot."
he's already having my fist in his face.
He's like, "Ugh, rot will take you as it took them before."
Punch him again.
I thought
He's
he
like,
was gonna say
"Ah,
like
rot."
Punch him a third time.
he starts slobbering on your face.
Yeah, he's just drooling and slobbering on your fist. He just spits on you, and then you hear you just smell this fetid odor as he begins to chuckle, and he
You
just breathes in your face. Oh no, he did
maybe
just
he
shit
just
himself.
did.
Yeah.
Yeah. I say we leave him in here when we burn this thing
Rockabye.
down.
Yeah. First, I want to investigate. Yeah, let's go back and investigate this room. Yeah, it's absolutely disgusting.
Alright, bang there it is, I guess.
Okay, do you want to get the table or the fireplace? I'll have a look at the floor. Okay, we'll both look at them at the same time. I'll help. Uh, you help.
All right, Polly, what are you checking again?
The table.
The table. In the table,
Like,
you find this deeply stuck cleaver, and as you kind of pull it forth, you can see that it also has like a jagged edge. This is a cleaver that is you would treat as a dagger, similar to the obsidian dagger you found with the slashing. However, it has a -1 to hit. Um, but if you are struck by it, it deals a great amount of damage to rending flesh. So you must make a similar to the how do I put it, the dagger. Um, you must make a Constitution save or bleed. Okay. However, it is a -1 to hit.
um, it's
It is
also
it
the
is also a
thing.
D4 mins on the hit deck. It's not good.
There's also like drawers in the picture. Is anything in there, or like markings, anything on the
So above this fireplace as well, there is another symbol of the melting skull that you can see.
table? What about in the drawer?
Um, as you pull out the drawers, you can see a lot of filth that has kind of been amassed in there, and you also see a coin with the symbol of the melting skull on it again.
There a handout from
Ooh.
them?
And you see a collection. There's a jar in there, right? Um, and the jar contains several kind of like rotting things, and as you adjust it a little bit, you can see that they are the last two knuckles of fingers. A large collection of those, of all kinds of
Okay,
fingers, but just the last two knuckles.
I'll leave that where it is, but I do want to pick up the coin and just clean it up. I feel like we could use this. Has some deceptive purposes in the future.
Okay, make sure to note that down that you have a
Mhm.
coin melting skull.
Um, I mean, Polly said that she was to check the drawers, but I would like to specifically check the drawers that the corpses were in hopes of finding personal belongings, or I don't know. I mean, there probably are just the rotting organs in there, but
Sure. So as you kind of look over the the area there, you can find a blood-stained note in one of them.
Oh,
And this is from the dwarf. And it says to my dearest Helmina, um, I have come to Nevermore or I've arrived at Nevermore, and I wish to I have completed my entrance there, and soon will begin my work as a blacksmith. Each day apart from you grows longer, and my heart heavier as we are apart. Soon I shall have the coin needed to bring you here so that you may live with me, and we shall again be together.
oh.
My eternal love, uh, Bondrick. Bondrick True Axe. That's his
Another misery cast upon this poor people that a certain individual has to pay for. I'm sick of this place. Do you want to poke around more? I want to really burn it down.
The fireplace.
name. So inside the fireplace, you notice that there are the remains of several burned bones there, along with a tarnished copper ring that you are able to extract, and 14 copper pieces and 2 silver. The tarnished copper ring is worth 4 silver, by the way. So make sure to note this down. 2 silver,
Wait,
14 copper.
I got the ring.
I think it's 4 silver, not 14.
Oh,
14 copper,
no,
2
no, the
silver.
ring. The worth
Yes,
of
the
the
ring
ring.
is worth 4 silver.
Yeah, I noted it wrong.
Which, by the way, is not very much. Like, as you guys know, it's not very much.
I like it. I'm afraid the only one that could answer that is not very forthcoming when it comes to giving any details about anything else than us rotting and decaying, turn to
As
goo and whatever.
as the DM, I will remind you of what you saw previously, Mittens. What your character saw. There was some very specific details about what was going on. A female dwarf.
Mm. I think we should leave this creepy.
No, I am unable to do that, but perhaps a few more applications of blunt trauma to his head might fix what's been broken.
We'll probably run into some more melting skull things on the
But
given how what we've seen so.
perhaps a good hit on the pipe would help.
No, he's beyond help in that regard, and I will
You'd
not
probably
waste
vomit
the
into your
fine
pipe
leaf
anyway.
on
Like,
this. Yeah.
you
Oh.
guys find
With
anything in
what?
that room?
Yeah, cleaver and knuckling. And some trauma. Oh, and a letter.
Don't forget to note down that you do have the letter, by the way, Omega.
Yes.
The letter to Helmina from Borgrind Truehammer. True Axe, that's what I think I said actually. Sure. Okay.
How are we going to burn it?
So
Is he...
Enveron and Vanes, who were standing outside to keep guard and make sure nothing came in after you, right?
Mm-hmm.
They're willing to stay back and hold them.
Most certainly. Let me check if I actually have that. I mean, it's not on my sheet.
Vanes has produced flame, by the way.
Yes, yes,
I believe. Actually, let me double check that Vanes has produced flame.
pretty sure.
Look, every druid I've ever played has taken produced flame, but oh yes, Vanes does have produced flame.
Does the entire house count as a flammable object?
Seeing as it is mostly made of stone, it does not.
Okay. I'll like just...
Actually,
We
I
should
think
take the bodies and burn those instead of the whole house, I think.
yes. This is a place of evil and decay, and I don't want anybody to stumble over it.
Well,
So,
I agree. I don't think the whole
So
house is
roll a
going
fire
to...
building check. Use your skill, build
um,
fire. Survival. Make
so
it.
yeah, what I would like to do is take several wooden things that are in abundance here,
Yep.
pile them up on the central table so it reaches the roof basically.
Mm-hmm.
So we have a nice central fire that will spread over the whole thing.
Yep. Go ahead and make a survival check still.
Does anybody help me with that? And yes, the bodies will be part of that pile.
Vanes is willing to help, as is, and Baran will give you bardic inspiration.
Nice. 17. I will keep that inspiration.
All right. Yeah, it seems to be well built, and Vanes starts lobbing balls of fire rather, into the
I'll
into
also
the
fire.
yep, and eventually the house begins to catch fire.
As the smoke begins to rise, I will start to speak a little bit of a sermon. Let me actually see. I think no, I don't have ceremony prepared.
Speak too soon.
Can you take a look while you guys are doing that? Smoke. Who art in smoke. Hollow be thy smoke.
Don't make fun of my religion, god damn
Your
it.
religion.
My
All right.
religion.
All right. Let it was your sermon, Omega. Time to say it. Give us a sermon here about the smoke father,
I'm
vape daddy.
no, never.
I want to hear
Can
about vape daddy.
not stand on the floor.
Here we stand gathered to mourn the loss of a number of individuals we didn't even know. Nevertheless, shall they find rest, eternally even so, as they have not been granted
Oh,
before. I should have prepared for this, and I don't know quite know what to say from here.
And may their may Davon Daedalus look after them as they are converted to his holy smoke.
Yes, that's a nice one. And I will do this for 1 hour, even though I don't actually have ceremony prepared. And
Is ceremony not a ritual?
yes, but you need to have a
it
ritual
is.
spell prepared to
Actually,
cast.
I don't think so.
I don't know if you
Oh no.
do.
Oh wait, no. Maybe I don't know. Maybe if that's specific.
That's true. But he wants to cast ceremony because ceremony will prevent them from coming back as undead.
Yes.
Yeah, you can use
But also
that.
you're destroying them, so you know. you know. It's
I mean, I'm gonna do it either way.
that's fine.
Well, you can do it as a ritual.
Actually, we're gonna be here for 1 hour per dead body because it's only on one of
No,
them.
it's 10
No.
minutes. What are you talking about?
Yeah, isn't it 10 minutes to cast ceremony?
No,
Yeah, it's a
casting
ritual.
time is 1 hour.
Oh, so it's an hour and
Oh,
10
so
minutes.
it's 1 hour 10
Oh,
minutes.
also it costs 25 GP worth of
Yeah,
Palmer silver.
let's just not.
Um, yeah, I.
Just
Yes, it's fine. It's
Um yeah, there's not really an option to rest there for an hour. You guys can push a little further though, and we can see where we can get. Let's take just a short break though. We have like a little bit left of gameplay, just like a 5-minute break. How does that sound?
nice.
sure.
I'm gonna grab you.
I Oh, do you want to end? We can end. I mean, you're kind of close to where you're going, so no. You know what? Actually, though, let's end for the day. It kind of fits here. So yeah, you can go ahead and end the recording. Or
Bye bye, gooey
Goodbye,
fellow.
bye, guys.
lovely audience.
Have you finished, Mittens?